Did you know you can dissolve razor blades or light bulbs using your brain? Well, your body really is a machine. Impressive. Let's dive in her to discover more. However you take a shower and change your clothes. Often every bit of your skin has more than 32 million bacteria, but don't worry about most of them. Harmless for the most part. Haha. Electricity generated by your brain is enough to light a light bulb if all the iron present in the human body. If collected, you could make a nail of 7 cm with it. Much of the fat, what you lose, is converted into dioxide carbon and leaves the body through breathing. The fluid from your stomach can dissolve a razor blade. The special lining of this organ is that prevents him from destroying himself. Babies have 95% more bones than adults, more than 300 of the total. When you grow, some of them merge, and the total drops to 206. And if the finger has no muscles, you just can control the movements of fingers, thanks to the muscles. The palm and from his forearm, an ordinary adult who weighs 90 kilos has 1 to 3 kg of bacteria, but nothing to panic about. Majority is good for health. No one can breathe and chew at the same time, and don't even dare try. If you don't, you can have fun with as much food as the air descend through the same place called human pharynx. Really shines in the dark. We can't see the glow because he is very tender, and when your face turns red, your stomach does the same. Adrenaline dilates the vessels. Blood and stomach lining turns red because of the increase in blood flow. Is not just your tongue that have taste receptors in their brain, lungs, and stomach. Also have the scientists still don't know for sure, specifically. Your bones can be very strong, but there are around 31% of water and its structures. The snoring volume can reach 80 decibels, which is similar to the noise of a jackhammer was from an airplane flying low. You can't sneeze with your eyes open because it always closed themselves to protect themselves from germs, and I knew your eyes breathed like the cornea does not have a blood vessel. Takes your dose of oxygen directly of the air. You have 70,000 thoughts per day. What you usually think about most can stop me in the comments when it arrives by the age of 60. You will have lost half of your taste buds in your ears, produced more wax when you are scared or stressed. Facial hair grows faster than any other part of the body, more or less. 1 in every 200 people being born with a rib will be more than one kind of spare tire. Your left freedom is approximately 10% lower than the right. So your heart can fit, flat-chested. Your DNA is 70% similar with lesbians. Is the strongest muscle in your body from the jaw, called butt. You can knock the molar teeth. One of the others, a force of up to 90 kilos of up to 25 kilo on the incisors. Nose and ears continues to grow throughout life, except that you make fewer reservations. The fastest muscles in the body, he find in a fraction of a second. Without the little finger, you could be asking 50% of the hand strength. Headache, tooth, sakes are connected. Because of the trigeminal nerve, it passes through the jaw and goes straight to the head. When you're sleeping, your sense of smell is off. So if some bad smell arises during the night, you won't feel anything if you listen less after having. I ate a lot of women's hearts, beat harder than men's, but your sense of smell is off, so if some bad smell arises during the night, you won't feel anything if you listen less after having. I ate a lot of women's hearts, beat harder than men's, but the A-man's stomach tells food more quickly. You use up to 200 muscles, body with every step it takes, was it? This is what gave rise to those songs that speak softly. Oh, never mind. Fingernails growing faster than that. The feet and hands are less uncovered. The nails end up taking longer sun, which stimulates growth. And talk about nails, like middle fingers growing faster than others. All your blood vessels were stretched and connected by Marina. One line that could wrap the planet whole more than twice. But that doesn't... It wouldn't be nice to have a mark on your tongue, then its smell is unique, just like your digital flowers. And care for, don't let your languages around in the twins, but the files are identical. Blonde people have more hair, boasts around 146,000 follicles hair, while those with dark hair. There's only 100,000 other things of yours. Hair is almost indestructible. It is resist the cold to changes, water climates, and even the most varied types of fatty acids and chemicals. Corrosive, your feet have 500,000 sweat glands and can produce almost half a liter of sweat during the day, and explains that feeling of feet enchanted, right? Your body releases a quantity of heat in 30 minutes is enough to boil 2 liters of water. The impulses nerves that go to the brain correct a speed of about 270 km per hour, when your heart pumps enough blood and pressure to launch them from a distance of 9 meters. When you step, the air leaves your body. A speed of 160 kilometers per hour, your eyes stop distinguishing until 10 million nuclei. There is a mutation, rare genetic, that adds a cone to more on the retina of the eye. This makes the person see 100 million cores of yours. Brain has approximately 100 billion of neurons. This is a little less than the number of stars in the Milky Way. Every day you produce about 1 liter of saliva, and without it, you won't. I could taste the food. You can only hear thanks to hair. Tiny ones that stay inside your ear is lost. Hair to God hearing, and an adult's heart beats about 100,000 times a day. Study more in 1 beat per second, and the baptism continues. Your nostrils don't work. At the same time, she takes turns every hour. You breathe in and out through a nostril at a time. Your fingers fold this dog more or less 25 million times throughout your entire life. Every time you say you use 72 muscles. Anyway, you still plant bananas for food. This way, you can get it down to your stomach, passing through the digestive system. The smell of green apple can alleviate feeling of claustrophobia, giving impression that somewhere is bigger than that. Humans really are the only ones, animals that have chins, and Mark Twain once said. That man is the only one animal that blushes or needs what time in every strand of hair you have can support 100 grams of weight, or be a whole head support up to 12 tons, or 5 rule giraffes. How to take the test, you? First, about 1/3 of all people have an extra bone in their knee called favela. On average, one person sleeps 122 days out of the 365 of the year. And what do we think about meeting this person and wake her up? Compared to use all the others, creatures of the world, humans are the best long-distance runners. Your nose can distinguish 1 trillion of different impressive smells. Noise we hear when we click the fingers is actually the sound of breaking of gas bubbles. Regardless of that your mother said about 3/4 of the brain are made up of water, which suffers from a condition called synesthesia. Your senses are confused. Can you taste some words? Here cores the enamel, the outer layer of your teeth, is a harder substance of the body. It becomes stronger than the bones when you fatten your tongue. The human liver also gets thicker, is the busiest organ in the body because it has more than 500 functions, the brain. This is not able to feel anything that he does not have in nerve endings. The big toes of your feet carry about 40% do your weight, so treat it with care. Okay, people with light blue or green eyes has greater pain tolerance as you age. Your brain at close to a small amount of dough each year that passes. Adrenaline can give you a temporary increase in strength in the eyes who see the world upside down low, but the brain agrees that automatically for you. The smallest bone of the body is the stirrup. It is inside the ear, in a region called the ear medium, and is only 3 millimeters without the gravity weighing on the body. Some astronauts return home up to 5 centimeters taller. Only 1/3 of people who have the ability to develop can move one at a time. And the hyoid bone is the only one in the body that is not connected to another, or bone. It sits in the throat and serves as support for the language. You lose 200 billion skin cells per hour. Can be serious count, and then learn something new today. So enjoy this video and share with your friends here. There are other really cool ones that might interest you. Just click on the left or right, and join us on the side. Amazing life, and there.